Next, they tell us to configure a page header that is shown on the printout of our spreadsheet. Specifically, it tells us to divide this header into 3 sections. In the central section, we have to put the text furniture acquisition budget as a kind of title, also to put it in letter size 14 with double underline. A line to the left to put this logo, which in some way we have to have in our file system, within reach of our computer, in a network unit or wherever they have put it. And afterwards, a line to the right to put page X out of Y, where X is the current page and Y is the total number of printed pages. That is, if in my spreadsheets I printed on 4 pages, the first would be page 1 out of 4, page 2 out of 4, page 3 out of 4, page 4 out of 4. Here this is not the case because our spreadsheet is sufficiently small as to fit in a single printed sheet, meaning we will only have page 1 out of 1. But if thereafter this spreadsheet grew and when we printed it out it occupied more than 1 page, they would be numbered correctly. So, what we have to do, ultimately, is insert a page header. We see that when we call up this command, it opens the page design view and puts a header that we have divided into 3 sections. The central area is the one that tells us first to write that this is a furniture acquisition budget. Logically, I write this title, this header, and I have the size and the font that Excel has applied by default. Well, in this case also they have defined and told me exactly that we want it to be size 14. I leave the typeface as Arial and double underline it. We put this one, and so this title is double underlined in such a way that if we see the preview, we see that ultimately we have the sheet with its title. It is very interesting to know that if this sheet, instead of having a single page, it had more, this title would be the header for all of them. The next thing they told us is to insert this figure in the left-hand section of this header. This little figure, what we have to do is insert an image, which we obtain in this case from the desktop, which is where we have a file called mutable PNG, which is an image that we are going to insert. Here it says with the command that it is going to insert it, but when I go to the file, in the preview we see that this figure has not been included in this box. This figure is too big. It has a specific size. What Excel has done is taken it and put it there. We see that this size is excessively large. So likely what we have to do is go to this part of the header, and this image that we have with a design that we have inserted here with this command, we have to give as a particular format. To sum up, what we have to do, for example, is make it smaller. Maybe instead of 7 centimeters tall, we can make it just 3 centimeters tall, maintaining the same proportion. We probably see that it will turn out much more stylish, and it going to turn out as they wanted. Finally, what they asked us to do, if we remember, a line to the right of this header, was to add a numeration in such a way that this is page 1. But how do we include page 1 here? But of course the next page has to be 2, etc. We have to put a command that in essence is page white space, and here we put the page number we are in with a command. Notice that it puts page ampersand page command, blank space. the total number of pages this spreadsheet is going to have, what is going to be, it will be with this command. So all this formulation, which has been somewhat complicated, but which we have introduced simply by clicking the corresponding command buttons, we see that it shows us when we print this sheet on page 1 out of 1. Unlike if we insert in the normal view, in our data, here we put a page jump. So now we have two sheets printed. We can see that in File Print, we have a page, 1 out of 2, and the second page is page 2 out of 2, with the same header, simply by changing the total page number. And this is ultimately what the exercise asked us for.